Easy, guys. I put my pants on, just like the rest of you, one leg at a time. Except, once my pants are on, I make gold records.
Hey, what's up, vinyl community and everybody out there in YouTube land? It's the Spin Doctor and his Vinyl Mayhem. And yeah, I am back with a video again. I know, it's been a while, but what did I say last time? This is the way it's going to be, whenever I feel like it. Not week in and week out. Coming to you mic-less this time. I lost the doohickey or whatever heck, the mic clip, and so I'm going mic-less because I don't want to hold the mic because then I can't show records. Anyway, but today I thought long and hard about what I wanted to talk about, and I've been thinking about this for a while, and I wanted to talk about perfect albums. You know, I've been on the hunt looking for the perfect album or perfect albums. And you know, are they real? You know, a perfect 10 out of 10, A++, A+ or whatever you want to say, or A, or however you want to score it. 100% perfect album. Now, obviously, like any list or any, you know, thing like this, it's all going to be subjective. It's all going to be, you know, oh, why is that on there? Why didn't you put this on there? Or blah, blah, blah. This is my opinion, everybody. My opinion. But what is perfection? What makes a perfect album?
We will be perfect in every aspect of the game.
Well, this is my thoughts on it. For me, a perfect album is an album that I can listen to from side one to side two without wanting to skip a track. I can sing along to every track. I think every song is a good song. If I was listening to it on the radio, I wouldn't skip the song. If I had the CD in the CD player, I wouldn't skip it. I wouldn't think about skipping it. I wouldn't want to skip it. I think every song is a great song, worth listening to, that I would tell my friends, hey, don't skip that song if I wasn't even the one playing the album or handling the radio. I would say, hey, no, that's a good one. Now, granted, a lot of the songs on these albums maybe wouldn't even be on the radio because they weren't singles or whatever, but that doesn't mean they're not good songs. Now, I could go the easy route and I could show you, you know, Boston's self-titled album, because that's a great album, right? I could show you the WWF wrestling album too, because that's a great album. How'd that get in there? I could show you Fleetwood Mac Rumors, because that's a great album, but I'm not going to do that. Actually, Dark Side of the Moon. Actually, I couldn't because I don't have a copy of that. Got rid of it a long time ago. I mean, it's a great album, don't get me wrong, but can we move on, please? I got rid of that a long time ago just because my copy was not a great copy, a lot of surface noise. I do need to find a copy of that, actually. I need to upgrade. But there's so many different copies. What copy to get? Which one do I get? That's a whole nother story. I could make just a video on that. Matter of fact, I think people have. Actually, I know they have. Go check them out. They're out there. And they're good videos. Very, very informative. But no, I'm going to do this differently. These are what I would say are great albums that I think are A+, 100%, 10 out of 10, perfect albums. Now, the records themselves may not be perfect, and what I mean by that is they may not be the highest quality. They may not have been recorded perfectly and all that kind of stuff. But the music, the content on the record, great stuff. Stuff that I love, stuff that I listen to constantly. So should we get into it? Let's do it. Sorry for pointing at you. Oh, I'm doing it again. Anyway, first, and this is in no particular order. This is just, I put the records down here, and I got a nice little stack. I'm going to try to go through them quick, though. But first, I got to go with the Doors self-titled album. This is my favorite Doors record. So good. Such a great, one of the best, if not the best in my opinion, debut album of the band. Yeah, it's on the gold label, but that's beside the point. But when you come out with Guns Blazing, with Love Me Two Times, or I'm sorry, not Love Me Two Times, that's on the second album, with Break On Through. I mean, that's gold. Absolute gold. Soul Kitchen, so good. Crystal Ship, 20th Century Fox, Light My Fire, of course. Backdoor Man, which is a cover, of course. End of the Night, Take It As It Comes, The End. So good. From start to finish. Love this album. I love the whole Doors discography, but this is my go-to. Always love this album. It's a perfect album. You can't make me say otherwise. Perfect album. Was it recorded perfectly? No, it wasn't. We won't get into that. Perfect album. I mentioned Dark Side, and I just happened to be listening to another Pink Floyd album, and I went, man, this is so much better than Dark Side in my opinion. But that's Wish You Were Here. This is such a great album. From Shine On, Crazy Diamonds, which takes most of side 1 and most of side 2, to Have a Cigar, to Wish You Were Here. Just so good. And David Gilmour's guitar playing, just out of this world. Phenomenal. I need to upgrade this copy, actually. And, it's the 50th anniversary. We'll see if they do anything special with it. I'm hoping they do. Maybe that'll be my upgrade copy, or I just need to go out and find a nice OG, which this is an OG, but a nice clean OG, with all the trimmings. We'll see. But, oh my gosh, such a good album. By far, my favorite Pink Floyd album. Love it to death. I actually just listened to it yesterday. So good. So good. Here's something. Something a little on the cheaper side, but little Billy Squier for you. Don't say no. And don't say no to this record. From start to finish, this was almost like a greatest hits, and it was just one record. Don't Say No, My Kind of Lover, In the Dark, The Stroke, just to name a few. What else was on this record? This was my upgrade copy that I got recently. Lonely as the Night. Nobody Knows, I Need You. Come on. This is just a banger through and through. And then just the way he's looking on that. He's just like, he doesn't give an F. He doesn't. He's like, come on. He's like, come at me, bro. Yep. And I'm not going to. That's a great album. Oh, this one. This one reminds me of my mom. And I've talked about it a little bit before with this, but this is Carole King Tapestry. For the longest time, I thought this was a greatest hits album. It is not. It's just a phenomenal album. Every song on here, I think, was a single almost, if not close to it. It speaks for itself. I'm not going to go into great detail. Carole King Tapestry, one of the best-selling albums. I think I don't know where it ranks. I think it's like 7 million copies sold or whatever. Just a great album. But when you have songs like I Feel the Earth Move, So Far Away, It's Too Late, You've Got a Friend, Will You Love Me Tomorrow, Tapestry, and You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman. Hello. This is such a great album. You cannot go wrong with this album. And I should have mentioned before that I am excluding live albums, greatest hits albums, any kind of compilation albums, soundtracks, except unless the soundtrack is a soundtrack written for the movie, music composed by one artist, songs are all original, which brings me to this, Superfly by Curtis Mayfield. This defines a genre, in my opinion. Funk soul, black exploitation. This is just a banger of an album. Curtis Mayfield, the impressions to going solo to just being funky, down with it. Pusher Man, so good. Freddie's Dead. Superfly. Come on, man. Give Me Your Love. This is just So good, so good. I mean, I could listen to this all the time. Such a great record. Nothing wrong with this record. Gonna throw a little jazz at you. Yeah, that's right, a little jazz. How about a little Headhunters by Mr. Herbie Hancock. Little jazz funk fusion. Yep, that's right. This record is a banger. You know, and it may not be for everyone, but it sounds so good. That experimental sound that he was doing, but funk fusion with that jazz sound, just so good. And you talk about audiophile sounding records, this is definitely one of them. And of course, this is the analog production, so it is audiophile, but even before then, just so good. You want to get down with your bad self, do it to this record for sure. So good. Every track on here, which there's only like 4 tracks, but just so funky. Another jazz record, probably my favorite. Yeah, no, it is my favorite jazz album of all time. Blue Train, John Coltrane. John Coltrane probably is my favorite jazz artist. I can't say that for sure, but he probably is. This album, I love this album. This is one of my ones where I just put it on, relax in my chair, and just kind of lean back and just chill out to this record. And honestly, I could just turn it over again, turn the record over again. Just keep turning it, just keep flipping it. It's that good. It's just that good. Man, so good. Just the way he plays the sax on, with Paul Chambers on bass, Kenny Drew on piano, Lee Morgan on trumpet. Man, so good. Yeah. So don't say I never show any jazz, because I do every once in a while. Going a little modernized for you. I'm a huge Foo Fighters fan. I always have been. Seen them 3 times live. Saw them on this last tour, which meant a lot to me. And I could have shown a couple different records, but I decided to go with their last record for sentimental reasons. One, because this album, But Here We Are Now, or But Here We Are, Dave pretty much made this as a, I don't want to get emotional. His mom passed away, Taylor passed away, but this was, and yeah, there's a song on here for Taylor for sure, but this was really for his mom. And my mom passed away shortly after this album came out, and this really helped me get through it. And so every song on here is so good. I listened. This was my most listened to album the year it came out, and almost last year. It's just that good. And like I said, I could have gone with a couple other Foo Fighters albums. Wasting Light's one of my favorites, but right now this is my favorite one for sure. Just because I feel like I can feel what Dave's going through some of these songs as well, having gone through the same thing that Dave did. So anyway, yeah. A couple more and I'll be done here, guys. Going a little country for you, and this is actually the album that made me think of this idea, but it's Keith Whitley's Don't Close Your Eyes. This album, Keith Whitley gone way too soon. Such a great singer, and every song on here is just phenomenal. My favorites obviously would be Don't Close Your Eyes, I'm No Stranger to the Rain, and When You Say Nothing at All. But every song on here is perfect. Really it is. And I was so happy to get this OG copy, because it's never been reissued except for Vinyl Me Please. But to get this, I was super excited and ecstatic about it. And it's just such a great album, great country album, just a great album in general, though. Whether you're a country fan or not, I think you need to listen to this album because it's that good. So yeah. This one, another country album going way back. This isn't the OG. I have an OG, but Marty Robbins, Gunfighter Ballads and Trail Songs. This was one of the first albums to be number one on the pop charts and country charts back in the 50s, 1958, I believe it was. Columbia. Marty Robbins is one of the greatest storytellers there is in his songs, and I love this album. Love Marty Robbins. My dad loves Marty Robbins, and so I have a ton of Marty Robbins records, but this one right here, by far my favorite. And this one, all these songs are A++. They all are great. Just gunfighter, telling you the story. I love storytelling, and he was just the best at it. Even my wife, who doesn't like country music, likes this. He has that kind of almost Frank Sinatra, Elvis kind of voice in the way he sings too. Beautiful voice, just gripping, and the storytelling is gripping as well. So love it. And then going a little metal for you. Black Sabbath, self-titled. Everything on here just freaking in your face, grabbing you and just ripping you out. Yep, that's right. Black Sabbath, self-titled. Every song on here is a banger. Everything on here is just heavy, dark, in your face, make you wanna scream and shout and just bang your head and hang your head in fear too. Especially the cover, as well. So good. This is the Rhino High Fidelity. I did get one of the numbered copies. I also just ordered the Paranoid that they just announced. Already sold out. I'm glad I ordered it, or else I'd have been hating life. But yeah, so good. And then also, same band, different time. Black Sabbath, Heaven and Hell. First album with Dio. This one, I actually just picked this up today at Lunchbox Records, where I ran into Dave, local bandography, about, anyway. Picked this one up today. Original, 1980 pressing. And this one, man, I forgot how great this album is from start to finish. So many great tracks on this one. Neon Nights, Lady Evil, of course, the self-titled, Heaven and Hell. But every song on here is so good. Every song on here. It was like they were a different band, but they were the same. They changed a little bit. Dio had a different voice. He brought something new to the band. And they were like, we got to put it out there and let them know that we're still here. And we're still freaking kicking butt and taking names. So we got to write a banger of an album. And man, did they. Heaven and Hell. Boom. And then lastly, I just picked this up as well at Noble just yesterday. This is finally the definitive go-to copy that I was able to pick up, and I'm super excited about it. But Derek and the Dominoes, Layla, and other assorted love songs. Everyone knows I'm a Clapton freak. And, I mean, come on. You got Clapton, you got Dwayne Allman, Jim Gordon, Bobby Whitlock, Carl, Rattle. I mean, come on. Supergroup. Amazing songs. Album, yes, it was not recorded great. That's why OGs suck. I have a Japanese pressing that I just got, but I just got this, and this blows them all out of the water. Mo Fidelity did a great job with this. Definitely the best this is probably ever going to sound. Glad I picked this up. Got it for a great price at Noble Records. Very happy with it. My go-to copy, my forever copy. Super excited about it. But this album, 2 discs, what is it, 15, 14 songs? Perfection all the way around. Love this. Would have loved to have seen where they could have gone had this done better when it first came out. It's since become what it is now, but this album is perfection. Perfection to a T, for sure. Love this record. I mean, there's nothing bad about this record in my opinion. Every song, so good. So, anyway, guys, those are what I consider perfect albums. Some of you will definitely disagree with me. And you know what? That's fine. Some of you may agree with some of these selections. And hey, that means you got good taste. So hey, good on you. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. I appreciate you watching for as long as you have. Leave me some likes, some comments down below. Hit that subscribe button if you would. I'd appreciate it, you know. Anyway, until next time, I will catch you on the down low. Peace and love. Bye.